What up, you guys? It's No Name here, and right now we're headed to a little bit of a car show that actually my dad is partaking in, and he's got his 67 Mustang there, so I figured we'd ride on over and show him a little love, you know? But yeah, this is really just going to be like an overview of this bike. I know in the last video I was talking about, you know, I'm going to give you like pros and cons and whatnot, and I'm hoping that the audio here is a little better right now. I'm going to try to figure out what to do for the noise. I know on my helmet I have a Rye Quantum X, so I know they do have like a bottom chin spoiler, quote unquote, so that should help out quite a bit because I do feel a lot of the wind at least coming from the bottom. Of course I do have vents open and whatnot, but anyways, like I was saying, hopefully you guys can hear me well. We are headed to the car show down in the local town. And one thing I got to get better about is not raising my voice as much, because I feel like because of the wind air, it makes me want to, you know, yell a bit more. So we're just headed to this car show. And I might even walk around for you guys and show you guys just all the different cars that are there. But yeah, let's quickly go over some of the things that I do like about this. So this is a 2025 Aprilia RS 457. And I know in the name I do say 457 RS, but honestly I feel like that just flows a little better. So No Name 457 RS. I feel like it just does flow truthfully just a little bit better than RS 457. Look at that little Corvette. I don't know if that was the Z06 or what, but we got about a 20 minute ride down there, so hopefully it is a good safe ride. And I actually want to see, so I'm definitely getting some wind. I'll try to figure out a little solution for this, but in the meantime I think she should do. Anywho, let's go over some of these pros of this motorcycle. And I think the first pro in my eyes of this is just all the features that it does come with. You know, you have the Kawasaki and all the other bikes like that. And to be quite frank, I feel like it just doesn't come with all the electronics like the Sport, Eco, and I know it doesn't for a fact. That getting right up to speed. Even though this is a 457, you can definitely get into some trouble with it. It's not fast, which I love, because I'm mostly just going to be doing riding like this, just going 20 minutes into town. There's not going to be a whole lot of highway riding. And also, as being a beginner, wanted to get something a little on the slower side. A, for insurance purposes. B, I get it, you can still harm yourself with any vehicle that you do have, but I would definitely be quite prone go a little faster on a 660. But yeah, the power band is actually really smooth. You can definitely feel with the slipper clutch anywhere past like 6,000, 6,500, then it really starts to pick up a little more. I think that's more so just because of the slipper, and then also you do have the variable traction control. As you guys can see, it is a beautiful day out, so I don't think it's traction kicking in, but I do know soon enough eventually I will want to get more, and who knows, even keep this in the arsenal and get a 660. But anywho, the electronics were the main selling point for me. Just having the 3 different modes really helps out quite a bit, because in this beautiful state I am in, the weather can change at any point at any time. Like I said, for, you know, just a little city driving or even just a little spirited drive, this bike honestly does perfect. I wouldn't need anything else as of right now. Another main selling point for me was the ABS. I just feel like as a beginner you do want to get ABS, of course. This bike, I do believe, sorry if I'm wrong on this, but I do believe it has front and rear ABS braking, and that can all be manually turned off. Another thing, even just the stock exhaust is not horrible whatsoever. And of course you get the handshakes as well and the peace signs, and you know, that's always a great plus. Another thing, the gearbox sounds like a sequential. If you guys do know cars and all that, you know, some of like the faster cars for sure have sequentials. And this gearbox just sounds rowdy, man. So maybe I'll give it a little something for you. It's perfect, honestly. You can kind of see, I don't know if the camera picked it up, but you could definitely see at that 6,000 to 7,000, you hear the, and that is what I'm talking about, the slipper clutch. Right now we are at 69 miles, no pun intended. But honestly, I've been loving this bike, especially for a beginner who's just looking to just go right around and not so much, you know, do 202 down the freeways or even 160 and what. And I did get the quick shifter for this. I don't know if I said that in the last video or not. And that will be getting installed whenever I go in for my first service. So right around 500 more, 550 more miles is when I'm going to get that next service. But why I chose this over the MT-07 is A, insurance. I was getting quoted, I think it was like right around triple the amount I'm paying for this. A little insight on this, I'm getting charged $78 a month right now, and that is being a young adult. So I definitely think that it is not bad at all. And I also think safety was being the biggest thing for me. I am fully geared out. I do have a Revit, I think it's a GT-R3 jacket. Now I will have to say, I don't know where the hell I'm going. I might have to pull over and see. I know I can park over here. I gotta find a little concrete slab area. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah, I just got off the phone with the brother and said, where are you guys? And he didn't necessarily know. I would park right on the road here, but I don't know. I think it's this way. Yeah, like I legit don't know where I'm going. All those cyclists. He said back parking lot. Ah! Maybe I just go over there. Alrighty. It is time to go home. Oh, that breeze feels amazing. Bike is reading 100 and 104 right now. It's not 104, but it still feels like it. I'll tell you what, this video, I can't even get a full thought. That's how most of these are probably going to go. Hello, sir. Maybe I should rock, paper, scissors someone at the next light. Oh, I love this thing. I most certainly do. I most certainly do. Right out of the gate, I will be honest, there's one specific thing that aches my soul on this bike, and that is this light lever. There's like no resistance to turn on brights, and so it will just be like using the clutch, and because I'm more close on it, I'll flick it forward. And I mean, as you guys can know, that can be a bit annoying, always flipping off your light. That is a disgusting smell. I don't know what, that smelled like dog crap. Like just a face full of dog crap. Ugh. I don't know why I had that smell, but I am now disgusted. That's really my only complaint right now. I know this is gonna sound super petty because it is. The front brake though, it's very touchy. You barely hit it. The stopping power is good. Let me tell you, that front brake is mighty nice. But there's not really any negative of this bike. I mean, besides the petty stuff like the switch. So far, I mean, granted I've only ridden it less than 100 miles. But what's funny is the more I ride, the more this fuel gauge seems to go up. So I also didn't record a single thing at the car show because it was hot and there wasn't a whole lot that sparked my interest. There were some beautiful cars, don't get me wrong. I mean, this bike is beautiful. I mean, it gets a lot of looks, And if you guys are ever deciding between whether it's Kawasaki, I know a lot of people love the Kawasaki Ninja, the 400 or 500. Actually, one of the guys that inspired me, he has a Kawasaki 500 SE, I do believe it's called. And he loves that bike. So it's just really based on preference and price point. Because if you guys have enough money to get an Aprilia or a Kawasaki or even a 600, if you guys just want to go balls to the wall and get the 600, then by all means do it. The biggest thing that I would recommend is just be comfortable and know your limit, because as soon as I hopped on this bike, for it being so light and so nimble, I mean, I truly felt like this was at home for me. It's what I want and all I need. If I was doing a lot of highway riding, I would 100% get a 660 or a 600. That's why I was looking at the MT-07. But I think riding this for a year or 2 years or anything of that, I think an MT-07 wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know if you guys can see that plane off in the distance, but that's a huge C-130. Absolutely gorgeous. That's one beautiful thing about this area. Is the Air Force. See, I accidentally just did it again. The Air Force loves to fly over. I do want to be high up in the revs, because I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it says 13,000, but 10.5 is like rev limit. I think when a tune comes out, she's gonna rev a little high. There's just something so free. If you guys are contemplating to get a bike, you are missing out. Let me tell you, you guys are 100% missing out, because I wish I would have done this a long time ago. I wish I would have. It's just the feeling that you get on a bike. It's just so fun. And I've been on some pretty quick cars, all right, but riding a bike, there's just something about it. I mean, look at that, how exuberant that is. You can see how it... And I know I did shift at 10,000 there. I did go a little too high. But once I get the quick shifter, I mean, I'm still... I know if I turn my head to the side, the wind gets a lot more, obviously. So I gotta stop doing that. But I think I'm gonna install the chin spoiler, because that's with like my hand over it. I don't know. As we're approaching home, you guys are missing out. I mean, there's just I know everyone says this, but there's just something about riding a bike or a motorcycle, I guess. It's just the freedom you get. And it definitely can be, no matter how fast or slow your bike is, I mean, the smile that this is just putting on my face, and it was worth every dime. It was worth every dime. But yeah, let me know what you guys want more of. I know this video was so, I mean, it was everywhere, so I apologize for that. I'm going to try to get a little bit better at that. But the excitement just does something for you. So, as I'm getting a call, I will talk to you guys. You guys have an amazing rest of your day. Have a great weekend, whatever day you're watching this, if it's a holiday or anything like that. You guys have a great one. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!